I just want to point out I had 700k gold before the Relic update, and if you look now, I have 500k. Time to figure out why. Alright, let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome back. My name is Literally Dead, and they finally made Relics not horrible. I mean, it's still a little painful, but it's a lot better. Let's get right into it. So the framework for Relics are the same. If you remember from my Behemoth Battle Pass video, top right if you missed it, they changed the attack and health buffs to be a percentage buff, then a fixed number. Anyways, they made all the buffs do even more percent, well, just a little bit. For example, the max speed buff used to be 20%, now it can do 22%. In fact, buffs used to be separated by levels as shown with an arrow next to it, with 1 being a bad buff and 4 being a great buff. But now it is changed to 0 to 5 arrows to show how strong they are. You can also finally lock relics by clicking on a relic and then going on the menu to the right, and then you'll see the icon you can click lock. And that way when you reforge, you don't accidentally throw away a good relic like I did when this update first came out and I didn't realize there was a lock option and I was forging and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. You can also favorite relics by clicking the star at the end of the name. That way they can show up at the top of your relic list, which is also really cool. The next big change is reforging itself. Not only can you use relic pieces to reforge now, but you can also spend gold instead of gems. It's a huge change and it makes things so much easier. On top of that, if you don't like the new buffs, you can keep your old ones. This is probably one of my favorite parts about this update since it makes reforging a little less stressful and permanent. On top of that, reforging and catalysts are also added, which are a pay-to-win item that gives a large buff to reforge. A speed catalyst ensures all rerolls will be a speed buff, same with health, attack, and spell power. There's also the Shining Catalyst, which ensures all rerolls will be tier 3 or higher. As cool as that sounds, keep in mind that it does not guarantee the exact relic buff that you want. Also keep in mind that they are stupid expensive. Ew! I don't remember, but I believe that they might be adding them to the event shop. I could be wrong, but you can let me know down in the comments. They also added polishing, where you can reforge a relic enough times, you can boost a buff to the next level. For example, if you have 100% on your polishing stat, you can check right here. Anyways, if you have 100%, you can boost this relic's buff from level 3 to level 4, or from 16% speed to 20% speed. And in my opinion, that's a huge change because you can keep a relic buff that is in the right spot that you want, but it might not be as strong as you want. But eventually you can increase its percentage until it's max. However, it does take a lot of reforging to increase its percentage to get to 100%. And it also depends on what you use to reforge. For example, a relic piece will give you less percent than a tier 4 relic piece. Additionally, the more relic buff slots that you lock, the more percent that you gain. Alright, I'm pretty sure that is everything, so let me go over my thoughts on this update. Let's start with the things I like. I like how you can spend gold instead of diamonds for reforge. I like how much easier it is to get better relics to make things so much more beginner friendly. I really like locking and favoriting relics. I like the idea of the polishing feature, and I love how you can revert back to your original buffs if you don't like your reforge. Now, for the things I don't really like. Back to the polishing feature. Again, I like the idea of it, but it takes a lot of materials to polish it, which is okay, I guess, but before the update, I had a near perfect relic that could benefit from polishing, but it would be a waste of materials because it's already all in the right position. So, I'm kind of practically forced to leave it alone. Next up, I feel like the catalysts are not worth the money at all. They are way too expensive, and it doesn't necessarily guarantee good results. Now, I really hate how I lost 2 really good tier 4 void relics because they automatically went into my reforge without me realizing. Make sure you lock your relics. But I feel like if there's a tier 4 in your reforge, it should give you a warning or something. I don't know, it just felt stupid. It was dumb. Dumb on my part, but also at the same time, why didn't they warn me? Overall, it's a decent update though. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, subscribe, or your relics will never have good reforges. Yes, I'm going to personally curse you if to this fate if you do not subscribe. Don't ask how I know how to do this, I just know. Don't question me, just subscribe. Alright, later. I have even less now.